Hi students, good morning. This is Kishore, working as a physics lecturer in Vignan College. So we are learning the chapter moving charges and magnetism, and in this chapter, in the last section, we learned about Ampere's law. Now in this section, we are going to find the torque acting on a circular loop current carrying conductor field. So we are going to find the torque. So what is meant by a torque? So torque is nothing but if there are two equal and unlike parallel forces acting at two different points, they form a couple. And because of the couple, there is a turning effect of the body, and the turning effect of the body is called as the torque, and it is denoted by tau. So torque is nothing but denoted by tau. The formula is nothing but product of magnitude of any one of the force and perpendicular distance. So this is the formula for torque. So torque is denoted by tau, and this is nothing but the product of any one of the force and perpendicular distance. And we already know the formula for force, and the force is nothing but that is the force acting on a current carrying conductor which is placed in a uniform magnetic field given by F is equal to I into L bar cross B bar. So in this expression, I is the current carrying in the conductor, and L is the length of the conductor, and B bar is the magnetic induction. So in this derivation, we need these two formula. So let us see once again. Torque is nothing but denoted by tau, which is nothing but product of any one of the force and perpendicular distance, and the force is given by F is equal to I into L bar cross B bar. So for that, let us consider a rectangular coil. So ABCD. So ABCD is a rectangular coil, and this rectangular coil is placed in the uniform magnetic field. So this is the uniform magnetic field. So B1 is the magnetic induction. So the rectangular coil is placed in the uniform magnetic field of induction B1. And let I is the current passing through the coil. So we are considering a rectangular coil ABCD, and this rectangular coil is placed in the uniform magnetic field of induction B bar, and I is the current passing through the coil. And let us consider the length of the rectangle as AB is equal to CD is equal to L, and the breadth of the rectangular coil BC is equal to AD is equal to B. And from that we can find the area of the rectangle as area is equal to length into breadth, that is equal to LB. So the area is given by A, and area of the rectangle A is equal to length into breadth LB. And let theta is the angle made by the normal to the inclined plane with the magnetic field. So this is the normal to the plane of the coil, and with the direction of the magnetic field theta. So theta is the angle between the normal to the plane of the coil and the direction of the magnetic field. So now we have to find the forces. There are four sides AB, BC, CD and AD. So we have to find the force acting all the sides, and then by using that force we can find the torque. Now let us find the force acting on BC. So FBC is nothing but the formula is given by F is equal to I into L bar cross B bar, and the force acting on the BC is nothing but I into, so BC is nothing but B, so I into B bar cross B bar. So this is the force acting on the side BC, and here it is acting at the midpoints or at the axis of the vertically upwards. So the direction can be found by using the Fleming's left hand rule, and by that rule the force FBC is acting perpendicular to the inclined plane upwards. And similarly let us find the force acting on AD. So this is nothing but I into, this is also AD is also B bar, so I into B bar cross B bar. And this is also force acting on at the midpoint and vertically downward. So here the force is nothing but FBC, which is given by I into B bar cross B bar, and here FAD, which is nothing but equal to I into B bar cross B bar. So these two are the forces which are equal in magnitude and they are acting opposite in direction and they are acting on the same line. That's why these two forces get cancelled. So the two forces are equal in magnitude and opposite direction and they are acting at two different points. So these two forces get cancelled. Now we will find the forces acting on AB as well as CD. So my students, now let us find the force acting on the side AB as well as force acting on the side CD. So the force acting on AB is nothing but, so length AB is nothing but L. So you get FAB is equal to I into L bar cross B bar, and this is the force acting on the wire on the side AB. And we know once again by using the Fleming's left hand rule we can find the direction, and the direction of FAB is nothing but it is acting at the midpoint P and perpendicular, it is acting perpendicularly outwards, and the force both AB as well as the force acting on CD both are acting perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field, but the force at the point P is acting outwards whereas the force at the point midpoint Q is acting inwards. So now let us find F CD. This is nothing but I into L bar cross B bar because CD is also equivalent to L. So FAB is the force which is acting at the midpoint, that is P, vertically outwards, whereas the force due to CD is nothing but it is acting at the midpoint but it is in the inwards. So and they are non-collinear, so these two forces are acting at two different points and they are acting on the different lines. So these two forces does not get cancelled. So these are the two forces which are equal in magnitude and opposite direction. So these two forces form a couple. So because of this couple there is a turning effect of the body. So torque is produced, and torque is nothing but it is denoted by tau, which is nothing but magnitude of any one of the force and the perpendicular distance between the two. So let us see the diagram here. So one force is acting like this, whereas the other force is acting like this, and this is the PQ. So let us consider the perpendicular distance. This is as R, and this angle is theta. So perpendicular distance here is nothing but P R. So I into L bar cross B bar into PR, and here the angle is nothing but 90 degrees. So BL sin 90, it becomes BIL into PR, the perpendicular distance. Now by using this diagram we can find the PR. So by applying sin theta I get sin theta is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. So PR by PQ. So from this we get PR is equal to PQ sin theta. So torque tau is equal to BIL into PQ sin theta. And what is PQ? So PQ is nothing but B, so which is equivalent to BC. So PQ is nothing but B, so it becomes BIL B sin theta, and we know length into breadth is nothing but the area of the rectangle. So you get BIA sin theta. So this is the torque, and if there are n number of turns, then this equation becomes tau is equal to BIA n sin theta. And so here we know that the magnetic moment M is nothing but NIA. So M is equal to NIA. So instead of NIA we can write M. So torque is equal to MB sin theta. So where M is the magnetic moment of the coil. So in vector notation this can be written as torque is equal to m bar cross v bar. So this is a formula for torque in the case of vector notation. And if phi is the angle made by the coil with the magnetic field, then so if phi is the angle made by the plane of the coil with the magnetic field, then theta is equal to 90 minus phi. So then we get torque as tau is equal to Ni AB sin 90 minus phi. So I get torque is equal to Ni AB sin 90 minus phi. So I get torque tau is equal to Ni AB cos phi. So this is expression for torque.